Good evening, my name is Alyssa Jackson and I will be using this video to reflect on what I use for my PowerPoint, along with showing a reflection on how digital formative assessments can help with the unit I chose for my PowerPoint. And for my unit, I decided to go with grammar. So for example, if the students will come back to school, it would not be a bad idea to use grammar, usage, and mechanics as a review to help students in the long run what they know and what they do not know about grammar. So how would this tie into using digital formative assessments if we were to go that route? Well, with using digital formative assessments, this can actually help our students to become more comfortable with how to use grammar, how to explain the usage of words and phrases that come along with it, along with the mechanics with capitalization, sentence punctuation. Altogether, this will help them understand why grammar, usage, and mechanics are important, which is what I use in the standard as well, according to Georgia Standards of Excellence. Now, but what kind of digital form assessments? Well, I chose 3 that I found most helpful, especially when I used them in my classroom. So I chose Nearpod, Edpuzzle, and Kahoot. For those who don't know all 3 of these items, Nearpod is pretty much where the teacher or students are having a paced learning, and it can improve one-on-one environment and learning within the classroom, along with engaging in activities to where it's paced, but it's not fast paced, but it's slow paced. It can break down material, especially if it's showing through videos. And the same thing goes with Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle 2 also has a tool to flip the classroom or to where students can lead and create awesome videos and tools to help students create engaging content, whether it's adjectives, grammar, writing the basics, the writing process. All together, it gives them a creative platform to where they can follow along with their instructor, they can answer questions, and some of it can be multiple choice or fill in the blank. And as for Kahoot, for those who may not know, Kahoot can also allow students to have a fun tool, but it does help when it comes to using creative implementations that test their boundaries, meaning when they have to answer true or false, multiple choice, fill in the blanks, but it does help them stay engaged within their content. Now, the way this can connect with my unit I've chosen, this can help students become more comfortable with how to engage in grammar, because altogether, we know that some students may not have the best grammar skills, and that's where digital formative assessments come into play. And according to everything I explained in my PowerPoint, we know that some students would not be comfortable explaining what they know and may not know about grammar. And that's why with these digital formative assessments, it makes them feel like, okay, maybe I do know something, but I still need to practice. And practice makes perfect altogether. So they will learn how to handle grammar, how to understand words and phrases, how to understand when to capitalize sentences, when to capitalize words, how to put the correct punctuation like commas, periods, exclamation marks, question marks, how to actually learn how to write, and to where we can make it fun for them and not make it so traditional. Because altogether, it's all about how can we help our students succeed, to motivate them, but to also give them the feedback. And that's how feedback is given. And that's how data is driven. We are helping our students increase their data to where we can progress how they started in the beginning of the semester to how they are throughout the semester towards the end. So this right here is also giving them feedback. Now, how can this help parents, families who may not understand how they can help their child at home? Well, with that being said, families can also help their children with schoolwork. So for example, if we're using Edpuzzle or Nearpod, we can help the parents get their child logged on at home to where they can do one-on-one tutoring, where if they have an assignment posted on Nearpod, the instructor or the representative who's doing the video can walk through it can walk it through them one-on-one. Because again, with Nearpod, it's a one-on-one environment, one-on-one tutoring, one-on-one instruction, to where the student can actually focus on what the instructor is saying, and they can pay attention to what is being taught to them. And same with Edpuzzle too. It is to where it is fun and it's engaging, and as parents can pay attention to how and why their students may like it. And with Kahoot, this gives them a chance to create their own Kahoot, or even to engage in something the teacher has made, to where, okay, they see why they got this round and they can show why, or they can look at what they got right, and the parent can say, now I see how this can help my child. And this bonds communication and bridges with making sure this with making sure the parents, students are keeping everything intact with formative assessments, whether it's done at school, done at home, or both. It's all about making sure that everybody is on the same page. And with that being said, the reason I wanted to choose grammar, usage, and mechanics is because it ties into everything with writing and language arts in general. And most importantly, it is important for humanities. As a language arts teacher myself, writing is a true skill that all students should master. And that is the reason why I chose digital formative assessment tools, Nearpod, Edpuzzle, Kahoot, because I used it in my classroom. And with keeping parents involved, I always show them how they can use Amplify, Clever, everything. And that's something in addition to digital platforms, but altogether, this gives them a chance to really help their children learn how to read and write, which is always the main goal. But I do thank you again for hearing everything I had to say about my PowerPoint. If you want to look in the PowerPoint, it's all located in the link. But thank you so much for all your time, and thank you so much for listening in. You have a great, blessed evening. Goodbye.